What's Jason Mewes? That's Jay,
Jay. Yeah,
right?
that's Jay
Okay.
from Jay and Silent Bob,
He's
yeah.
I don't know. He's kind of had like a weird career in Hollywood.
He has.
He's sort of.
Well,
I think he's been fairly involved with drugs.
Oh yeah, he had a
so
rough
that-
time of it,
yeah.
but he's clean and sober. He's married. He's got a kid now. He's
Good
doing,
on you,
he's
man.
doing great. But listening to Kevin Smith last night, he was talking about that Jay and Silent Bob are coming back soon. They got a new movie, the new movie not based around Jay and Silent Bob, but it's a new movie coming out this year that they're going to be in.
Okay.
And then they're working on Clerks 3, Mallrats 2. So a lot of good movies coming out.
They only have the one standalone film, don't they? Jay and Silent Bob.
Jay and Silent Bob
Strike Back,
Mm-hmm.
which is definitely goofy, but it was pretty funny.
It's a great film.
You're not really looking for like anything crazy awesome, but it was funny for
It was
what
funny.
it was.
It was a funny film. That was all it needed. Yeah.
Yeah, and they had Mark Hamill in it.
Yeah.
Who knew he would actually agree to something like that?
I know, right? But it's weird when you think about it. Like Kevin Smith was the one that really launched Ben Affleck's career. When you think.
Oh yeah, because Mallrats.
Well, Mallrats and Chasing Amy, and it was just
I never actually saw Chasing Amy.
I've seen bits and pieces, but yeah, Mallrats.
Dogma.
It's Dogma. He was in that. It's crazy to think about. And this guy, this average guy, and he was in Knoxville last night. This is the guy that launched his career, and he was talking about his relationship with George Carlin, how George Carlin came and did Dogma, and he did the cameo in Jay and Silent Bob, and then he was in Jersey Girl. And
wait, what? Where was he in Jay and Silent Bob?
Well, his character was a little unusual. He was a guy that gave.
I know he's a cardinal in
Cardinal in
Dogma.
Dogma. His character in Jay and Silent Bob was a cameo, and he was somebody he was a trucker, and he would periodically give.
Oh yeah. He was a hitchhiker. He was a hitchhiker.
He was a hitchhiker, and he would periodically give what I'll call
Blowjob.
a mouth. Don't do that.
Blowjob.
I was going to be nice and call it a mouth hug to
a
truckers.
blowjob.
On the stop saying
We
it.
can
Seriously.
say it.
No,
Oral sex.
Okay, that's better. Stop saying the other one. But yeah, he was in that, and then he was in Jersey Girl with Ben Affleck. So yeah, he's talking about how sad he was when George Carlin died in 2008. Yeah, and how just all kinds of amazing stories. It was really cool.
I did.
And he owns a comic book store in New Jersey.
I could definitely see that.
Called the Secret Stash, and it's like very Jay and Silent Bob heavily oriented, and the show Comic Book Men that I mentioned earlier is filmed in there. And just talking about how he got that, and Walt Flanagan, who's a part of Tell 'em Steve Dave, he's the one that runs it and everything. It was just a really great show. And like I said, it went 4 hours long. I mean, but you never lost interest. It was just you hung.
I
on
think
his
I would
every
literally lose my voice though if I had to do that for 4 hours.
Oh yeah, I mean he didn't budge. I mean he had water, but he barely would go and drink it. I mean he was right on key the whole time. But he was hilarious. He's hilarious to listen to. I mean he's not doing stand up, but it sounds like he's doing stand up.
Okay,
he's just quick.
Is it kind of like the Henry Rollins kind of stuff?
No, because he was trying to do stand up. Henry Rollins.
It was like spoken word. That's what it was advertised. I never actually saw it.
Yeah, but it's sort of. But Henry Rollins was trying to do more stand up than what Kevin Smith was doing. But
okay. It was mostly Q&A with Kevin Smith.
Right. It was thoroughly entertaining. But I tweeted at him after the show, said the show was amazing. He liked my tweet, so I was kind of excited about that.
You can fanboy out.
I'm fanboying out with Kevin Smith here. It was amazing. So yeah, if you saw the show last night, you know what I'm talking about. But if you didn't, you missed one hell of a show for sure. Because he's a cult director, I guess you could say, cult following.
Yeah.
But
it's definitely a cult following.
Definitely a cult following. But like I said, it's amazing show.
I should tweet at him because Dogma was like the only legitimate religious experience I've ever received.
In order to tweet somebody, you have to have a Twitter account.
I don't want to though.
Exactly. Yeah.
I really don't want to.
Exactly. That's your own problem.
I should maybe I could Facebook him. He's got a Facebook page.
He does have a Facebook page.
I'll just send him a message like, man, you gave me the only religious experience I've ever had in that film, and it was an anti-religious experience, more or less.
On the Smodcast website, there's a gift shop, and you can get the Jesus, what's it called? Hood ornament, not hood ornament, but dashboard.
Oh,
where he's doing that, yeah.
Oh, the Buddy Christ.
Buddy Christ, yeah.
The Buddy Christ.
Mm-hmm. You get one of those online. I thought that was pretty cool.
I want to just quote that movie, but we can't because it's so profane.
It is. And he got death threats for that film.
I could see it.
Yeah. And they're not even allowed to put it like on iTunes or Netflix or anything like that because
Really?
of all the
Why?
because of all the backlash and stuff like that.
It's great though.
It is a great film. It is, but the Catholic,
like it's even like it even like entertains the notion that Jesus was real and that God is real.
And that's what he said. It's like we were talking about real religion here. We just made it funny. That was it.
Yeah, he's talking about. I mean, I would think it could almost be like affirming to like
it is
to a Christian.
That's what he said. It's like this is a really good film for Christians, and he's Catholic. Kevin Smith is Catholic, and it's like
I did not know that.
Yeah, he was raised.
Wow.
I mean, he's not really religious now, but he was raised Catholic.
Okay.
You know, and it's like
which I could definitely see why he left if he was raised as a Catholic.
Right, but I mean, he was like, this is what I learned as a kid, and I was just putting it on film, only it was just a little bit funny. God forbid you had the stoners, Jay and Silent Bob.
Yeah, as the prophets.
Exactly. Who cares though? I mean, it was the real deal. And had freaking Alan Rickman. Come on, how can you
get Metatron?
How can you get mad at a
which
movie?
Is real?
How can you get mad at any film that has Alan Rickman in it? That's just that's sacrilege.
You can't really.
That's sacrilege.
He's great. He died this year too.
He did. Everybody's been saying after Prince's death that 2016 can go make love to itself. Seriously, because I mean we've lost so many people. It's ridiculous.
It has. I think that I actually saw like an article. I didn't read it, but it was.
I didn't read it, but
it was. I think it was on like a science blog. It was sort of like, is there a reason why 2016 is so terrible? Like, maybe it's just a lot of coincidental deaths.
Yeah, just happens.
Yeah. Although, just to bring full circle with Kevin Smith and Dogma.
Yeah.
Him being raised Catholic sort of gives the Selma Hayek line in that movie just so much more candor when at the very end they realize that the loophole that Ben Affleck and Matt Damon are exploiting is through the Catholic religion.
Yeah.
And she goes like, yeah, leave it to the Catholics to destroy existence. And I was just like, oh.
Boom.
Oh.
Look at that.